So we went up about 6 pounds, which lets me know that you fill out pretty easy.
Wilkins of Olympia TV that he made about.
So today's been. Don't you hate it when the camera's on? You kind of you start to, your voice changes a little bit. It's kind of like you're in that camera mode. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to avoid that as much as I can, but it's just so, I don't know what it is. Y'all tell me. I know y'all feel that way when y'all record. You know, some of y'all are just starting YouTube, or or trying to push content on your page, and you just when the camera's on, all of a sudden you just get into this proper mode. You know what I'm saying? Like that proper voice comes out. Yeah, that shit ain't it. But yeah, so today, what did we do today? I did about an hour on the treadmill or tread pad. I wouldn't call it treadmill, I'll call it a tread pad because it's like a smaller version that you can get on Amazon for like $200. Those of you been asking me about that tread pad, that's in my living room or in my front room. It is off of Amazon for like $200, maybe less. I don't even remember, but it's definitely convenient. It's definitely been making it easier for me to get all my steps in. Right now, I'm currently at I believe 8,000 steps a day. So I try to nail that target every single day. So we did about an hour of that. Went to Starbucks. Knocked out a few updates. Today is like my prep athletes due date for updates, weekly updates. Some of them are checking in every other day. Some of them are checking in once a week. It just all depends on their timeline where they currently are in prep. And so things have been going well with those guys. Those group of guys are actually killing it right now. We've actually got some feedback from Sandy actually and Tyler that a couple of my guys are ahead of schedule. So I mean, that's what we wanted. Like I'm definitely aware of that, and I understand peaking too early is a thing, but if you manage it the right way and really pay attention as a coach, you can definitely maintain that fullness. And when you start to see a drawback in their physique where like that fullness and pop is no longer there, you just change directions, man. That's simple as that. I mean, it doesn't have to be too complex, but obviously it takes an experienced eye to see that, especially if you're seeing that physique on a week-to-week basis, sometimes 2-3 times a week. It can be hard to identify that if you're not paying attention. And by the end of prep, it might be too late to bring the body back to life and peak for a show. But so we did that. Had my regular venti iced Americano at Starbucks while I was knocking out updates. And went home, got my first meal in, waited a couple hours, got pre-workout in, and knocked out a few more updates. Finished up updates for today, so I'm all done with work today, but still more work to be done. So we're headed to the gym right now. And by coincidence, today I had to replenish my ATM. I have an ATM in a tattoo shop, and it was a business that I wanted to give a go and see how it worked, the ins and outs, how to get started. And the return is not crazy. It's one of those businesses where you need to scale in order to see your ROI. And that's just something that I'm not putting too much time in right now, especially with being a full-time bodybuilder and also allocating time to my family when I do have some free time, so it's been okay. I wouldn't say that it's been like a super success, or anything like that, or like it's generating a shit ton of money or income, but it's doing its thing, and I'm still paying off some overhead costs to start the business. So that's the only thing. Would I do it again? Probably not. The reason being, you want to be in a place where you're fully 100% in on an ATM business. Like, there's not one of the businesses where you can just be halfway in, halfway out. And I mean, that's the same thing that goes with any other business anyways. But I didn't expect it. And that's me holding on to these false expectations. And part of it was good marketing, you know, with the guys that I was, you know, affiliated with who invited me into the space. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm actually going to hit Fitness Mania, which is near the location of where my ATM is located, tattoo shop my ATM is located at. And it's been a long time since I hit. Damn, I just forgot the name. Fitness Mania. I'm over here like, my mind's like fucked right now because of this traffic. But yeah, so I'm going to Fitness Mania. It's been probably, man, some months, man. It's been some months for sure. It's been some months. I'll say last time I hit Fitness Mania was probably last year. No cap. You know what I'm saying? So I hit Fitness Mania for about a couple hours, and then when I leave there, I go straight to the tattoo shop, replenish the ATM because it needs to be replenished, and then head home, and that'll be kind of my day. You know what I'm saying? So today is Thursday, and you know, it's just another work day week, or work day on the week for me, you know what I'm saying? But how I feel right now, I feel good. I feel great. We just started the antibiotic for the H. pylori. Those of you know, obviously I've been dealing with this gut issue for the past 3 years, and hopefully working with Steven. He's a functional, I want to say he's like a certified functional health coach, but he's been dabbling in this field for a very, very long time and has a lot of experience, and has mentored a lot of other functional health coaches. Well, I don't know, maybe, but I know he's mentored some that I know of. And yeah, so he's been helping me out these past 4 weeks. So we're gonna run this antibiotic phase for about 10 days. That's usually around the time you want to run antibiotics for most drug protocols or gut protocols. So that's gonna pretty much hopefully wipe out the H. pylori or get it down to minimum, and then from there is maintaining with like some light antimicrobials daily from that point on, moving forward, and really taking care of my gut health. And I'm just really happy. I'm not even gonna shoot the gun. I'm not even gonna set no expectations, but it will be nice to see that gone over the next 14 days. You know what I'm saying? From there, honestly, we gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go crazy. We gonna bump some shit up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna dabble in some potions. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna turn it up for real and really kickstart the off season. So I will be definitely getting more consistent with posting that as soon as, you know, we start jumpstarting that and take you guys along the ride, you know what I'm saying, through the official improvement phase. I don't know if I should call it off season, but I know, like, for the algorithm of YouTube, off season might be more of a better title than improvement season. I don't know, who cares? Either way it goes, we're gonna do it day by day, and probably won't film on rest days. It'll just be training days. That way I can give myself a little break, you know what I'm saying, with everything else that I got on my plate. And I don't want to completely burn out, right? No crazy edits or anything like that. And you know what I'm saying, I just want to document this shit. I want to document this shit for myself first and foremost. And if you guys want to tune in, that's cool. I appreciate it. And a lot of you guys have been showing a lot of support. So trust me, I don't take it lightly. It really means a lot, especially on those really low point days where I just feel like I'm not doing enough, right? Or I'm not meeting expectations. But, you know, you're going to have those days. You're going to have some W's, you're going to have some L's, you know, but the bigger picture is make sure you're collecting more W's than anything. And, you know, just like my motto, you know, accept everything, expect nothing in return. And I think you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Like, and sometimes I have to really, like, recite that stuff to myself whenever I'm feeling those emotions, because that's all it is the emotions that I'm getting from my thoughts that's causing these feelings, right? I'm feeling down and low energy, no motivation, all that bullshit that comes with, you know, just listening to your psyche and not being aware, but giving in. And, you know, but sometimes you gotta take a step back and kind of put yourself in the passenger seat and stop trying to take the wheel all the time. You know, that's the issue. We like to try to control as much as we can, and when we don't, or we're not able to control, that's when we have that anxiety or that false expectation of how things should be. Like, but life, if you just like let life be and understand that life is just like, you'll be alright. Like, not everybody's gonna, you know, be an anomaly. Not everybody's gonna make it to Olympia. Not everybody's gonna be rich. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, like, not everybody is gonna finish or get through the finish line that quick. You know, right? Like, it's really not a race, because if it was a race, everybody would be trying to get there as quick as possible, right? And that's something you can't control, right? But you cannot control. This is not a race. This is not something that you can work towards and build upon, and knowing that you're gonna hit that finish line before the next man. You can work as hard as you can and put as many hours as you can. It doesn't guarantee you that you get to the finish line before the next man. You know, that's just the way life is. So as long as you understand that, man, it just opens things up and gives you a better perspective on life. You know, so other than that, I don't want to chop it up too much, you know, because the memory on my iPhone is pretty shot right now. But today on the menu for training is going to be back, hamstrings, and arms. I have that twice a week. I'm running a 4-day training split, and it seems to be working just fine just because of this current phase that I'm in. We may ramp it up to 5 days a week once we start to kick things in gear for this official start of the off season, which is going to be my prep for next time I hit the stage. So all this shit right now that's happening is actually prep. And that's how I'm going to treat it. I mean, I've been treating it this way. I mean, this is the longest, honestly, I've been very, you know, this consistent. I have to really sit back and give myself a pat on the back for real, because, you know, prior, you know, off seasons or rebounds, not even going through a gut health phase and not knowing that I had this issue, I was bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? Let's be 100. But even with everything going on right now, and how this can really affect someone in a way that can just completely kill their motivation and their will to continue and be consistent regardless of the uncertainties, like, I'm actually doing a pretty good job. No cap. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that. And you know, we're gonna keep it rolling. You know, obviously we put on a bit of weight. I mean, that's supposed to happen. It's not sustainable to be in a low body fat percentage forever, especially with this current gut phase, right? You know, I gotta be able to be in an environment to allow, you know, my body to heal. So obviously I'm not as lean, but I'm still holding a pretty good composition right now to kick off an off season. So the main thing is to hold that, you know, as long as I can. But without further ado, we are going to be hit this gym, get a crazy back, hamstring, and arm pump, and we're not leaving until we do. You dig what I'm saying? So I'll see y'all in the gym. All right, we're gonna start off with this. This is a glute machine. This is something that you're not gonna find at any other gym other than Fitness Mania. So make sure you come out. But basically, this is gonna be just like your regular barbell hip thrust, and but it's just gonna be easier to load, and it's very smooth. So we're gonna start off with these. Typically, I start my days off, or this particular back, ham, and arm day with a glute, abs, and I think we got some hip adductors, I believe, or abductors. We'll see. But I'm on my top set now. We're gonna superset these with some abs. Oop. 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 Oh. Oh shit. Yeah, that's different. Oh, that'll get your glutes fired up for sure. All right, we're gonna superset those glutes with abs. Take a little quick breather. But for my warm-up movements, or movements that I'm trying to just bring more detail in, I'm not super focused on getting progressively overloading over time. I know that will come regardless, but make sure I'm hitting them, right? So those movements that I'm not, or those muscle groups that I'm not really giving attention to, just doing something in isolation is progressively overloading in itself, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't get too caught up in that, just making sure you hit them hard. But we're gonna be doing some weighted ab crunches to really bring out that 3D midsection. Oh, shit. Yes, sir. This machine is very familiar. The Panada pull down. This is a really, really smooth machine. But we're gonna do both hands today because I've just been doing bilateral lately. I still feel it in my lats and feel it in the areas that I really want to improve. I don't think my lower lats nearly doesn't need as much work as the upper lats. And I really feel it there the most doing this bilaterally. So this is supposed to be our working set. We're gonna see how this feels and go from there. All right. We add some weight. Time. Add the weight to that joint. 3 plates each side. These felt really good. So I do want to bring the seat forward just to get more of that forward stretch and not show straight up and down. Let's go. Ooh. Shit. Woo. Oh. One more set here. We drop the load a little bit. We still want to be able to get a good range of motion and drive some blood in that muscle as well too. It's not always going to be about looking as heavy as you possibly can. Obviously, you still want to do that while maintaining a good rep range. But you know, it's not anything to be worried about. You know what I'm saying? Just coming here and training hard for the most part. One more set here. Everything has been mainly 2 sets. And, you know, as I build recovery, you know, I'll be able to kind of push it a little further. But I think I'm at a good sweet spot to where, you know, I'm be able to progress every week and keep strength up without overdoing it and having to take extra days off just because I'm, you know, wrecked from training. There you go. Oop. Oh shit. Woo. Yes sir. So we worked our way up to 30 plates. We're gonna load these bitches. Alright? There you go. Come on. Gut protocol break. Got some colloidal silver. And then we have, I don't know where I put it. Hopefully I brought it with me. Well, I left it somewhere. Must have left it in the house. Well, that sucks. Well, thought I had my SUPPS with me. All right, back to work. Hamstring, 1 isolation, 2 sets apiece. Actually, we did 1 set, 1 working set for the the hamstring stiff legs, or RDLs, however you want to call it. Now we're hitting some isolation here, but 2 sets. The hamstring's kind of already warmed up, so we're gonna jump straight into some heavy shit. So I know, if I can remember, last time we did, I think it was around 190. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see how it feels. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, one more. Oh, shit. Super Saiyan just for time's sake. But the first set, we did them individually and had some rest in between the two. But the last 2 sets, we're gonna superset and get up out of here. Oh. Oh. Hey. Oh. Hey. Oh. All right, y'all. It's been a little minute, man. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Oh, pump was all right. Pump could have been better. Back hams, yams. Ooh. Yeah. Back, hams, arms. Pump was decent. Can't complain. But I'm on a time crunch, y'all. We're gonna end this here. Shake it a front lat. Front lat. It's all right. Front double. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all in the car. All right, y'all. So we're on the way to the crib. Today was a good day. We hit back, hams, and arms. So usually it's 2 movements of back, a row and a pull down, and we hit a compound hamstring and then isolation, which was the RDL plus the seated hamstring curl, and then finished off with 1 bicep, 1 tricep, 3 sets apiece. We supersetted the last 2 sets. So we went and hit bicep, top set, rest, tricep top set, and then we finished off the last 2 sets of both, supersetting those 2 movements, just to save a bit of time. So like, anytime you're pressed for time or you're just trying to have more efficiency in the gym, that's when supersetting is a good tool to use, or myo rep sets, rest pause sets, intensifiers like that really save a lot of time in the gym and still being able to get the volume that you need. But the only thing with that is you want to be mindful of the fatigue that is generated from doing those intensifiers, which is why more time than not, my athletes, I usually pull intensifiers close to show, just because just the energy availability isn't there to, compensate for the extra intensity or intensifiers where you're having minimal rest. And, it gets really tough towards the end, and the main goal at that point is just preserving as much tissue as possible, right? So we're not looking to dig yourself into the ground and make recovery demands a lot more difficult, than it already is going to be being on prep. We want to be able to recover as quick as possible and still be able to maintain tissue by forcing, adaptations from just keeping that tension within a given muscle group. So head home now. I just got done replenishing the ATM at the tattoo shop, which is down the street, so it worked out perfectly. It was just one of those days where I felt it'd be more convenient for me to hit Fitness Mania. And it felt good being at Fitness Mania, being back home, you know what I'm saying? It feels like home when I step up in there, and machines are great. I think they're by far one of the best gyms in my area with good equipment. And so it felt good today. Pump was decent. Obviously, my back wasn't as pumped towards the end because, that was the first couple of movements. And I still had more room to throw in some movements or throw in extra volume on the back movements. But right now, I just feel like I'm in a good place recovery-wise, and with the purpose of just keeping stress and inflammation as low as possible. We can get that from, induced stress from training. If I can limit that in a way to allow just recovery in general and systemic inflammation lower, then that's what I'll do, so that's what I've been doing. And, like I said, we got about 10 days of running these antibiotics, and hopefully, y'all pray for me. We finally get this thing under control so your boy can hit the stage again, That's gonna be a big relief off my shoulders, man, the day that I find out and get the results that my gut is clear. It's been one uphill battle, I tell you that, man, real tough. Now, I don't wish this on any of my athletes or any of my enemies, to say the least. But it's been a journey that was worth going through. I learned a lot and really humbled myself, thinking that I was resilient. When you're young, you think that nothing can touch you, you know what I'm saying? And it just finally caught up with me. And now I'm dealing with it on the back end, but it's an opportunity for me to grow and learn and experience that, I think that everybody should go through, because I think the gut is an integral part of competing as an athlete, whether you're in bodybuilding or not. It's extremely important. It plays a lot of roles in your hormonal production, endocrine system, just being able to partition nutrients, your calories more efficiently, which is going to ultimately aid in recovery and build a muscle, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just really, really excited for what's to come in the next 10 days. My gut actually feels really good right now. Bowel movements are regular, but headed home now, and I have 2 more meals on the menu, but I'm probably gonna throw them together. Not huge meals. I'm not eating crazy amounts of food right now. I'm only at 3,100 calories, and the weight's been ticking up slowly. I woke up this morning at 241. So I'm happy with where I'm at with food right now. I'm still able to maintain strength and getting after it at each and every session. So can't complain at all. And you shouldn't complain either. There's a lot in life that we take for granted. you know, and you look back when you're 80 years old and you look back, you know, at these moments, you know, you're gonna wish that you can go back, you know what I'm saying, and do it even better, or even be more present within those moments, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna leave it on that note. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you guys for hopefully tomorrow's session. Okay. Peace.